Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to remind you of something powerful, something we often forget in the chaos of life. You have to listen to your heart, not the noise of the world, not the doubts that echo from others, not even the fear inside your mind. Your heart, that soft whisper within you, knows who you truly are. There was a time in my life when everything seemed to fall apart. I was told you can't walk again. I was told your dreams are over. And for a moment, just a moment, I believed them. But then I asked myself one question: is this the end? Or just a new beginning? And my heart, that quiet, brave part of me, said, you are more than what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Listening to your heart means choosing courage over comfort. It means embracing who you are, even when others try to define you. It means daring to dream, even when life tells you not to. When the world says you can't, your heart says, watch me. When your body is broken, your spirit can still rise. When you feel like giving up, that voice inside you still whispers, hold on, you're not done yet. Encouragement to audience: you have one life, one chance. So don't waste it living someone else's story. Don't let fear make decisions for you. Don't let the scars of your past stop the light of your future. Listen to your heart, because it will always lead you back to who you were meant to be. Your journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You have one life, one chance. So don't waste it living someone else's story. Don't let fear make decisions for you. Don't let the scars of your past stop the light of your future. Listen to your heart, because it will always lead you back to who you were meant to be. Your journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Over comfort. Your scars do not define your future. Walk your path with faith, not fear. Be the voice that refuses to give up in a world overflowing with voices. Opinions, judgments, and expectations, it becomes increasingly difficult to hear the one voice that truly matters, your own. From the moment we wake up, we are surrounded by noise. Society tells us what success should look like. Culture imposes its standards on how we should live, love, look, and lead. Friends, family, and even strangers feel entitled to give advice on who we are and who we ought to become. But amid all this external noise, we often lose connection with the deepest part of ourselves, the heart. In a world overflowing with voices, asking impulsive choices, it means returning to the core of your identity, your values, and your inner truth. Your heart carries the wisdom of your lived experience. It holds the silent desires, the quiet dreams, and the untold courage that the world may never fully see. But to access that wisdom, you need to silence everything else, even if only for a moment. There will be times when your dreams will make no sense to anyone around you. People will say you are being unrealistic, too ambitious, too sensitive, or too slow. They will project their own fears onto your journey. And if you're not careful, you may start internalizing their doubts as your own. That's how the noise of the world becomes the noise in your mind. But your heart, no matter how faint its voice becomes, never stops speaking. It waits patiently for you to listen again. It is easy to be influenced by those around us. Social media constantly showcases highlight reels of people's lives, subtly suggesting that we are falling behind. Popular culture creates molds for what beauty, intelligence, or achievement should look like. Educational institutions, workplaces, and even relationships often reward conformity rather than authenticity. The pressure to fit in becomes so overwhelming that we forget who we were before the world told us who to be. But the truth is, no one else can define your purpose. No one else can walk in your shoes. No one else has your exact story, your pain, your dreams, or your soul. That is why you must listen inward. Your heart speaks through your passions. It speaks through the things that move you, the causes you care about, the moments that make you feel alive. It speaks when you are quiet, reflective, and honest with yourself. Listening to your heart requires courage because it often leads you down a path less traveled. The heart does not seek approval, it seeks truth. It does not strive for perfection, it strives for authenticity. And the path of the heart is rarely the easiest one. It might mean disappointing people. It might mean failing at first. It might mean standing alone, misunderstood. But it also means waking up with purpose, walking with peace, and living with integrity. There are moments when we all feel lost, when nothing makes sense, when the world seems too heavy, and the future feels uncertain. In those moments, your heart is not silent, it is calling you home. It's reminding you of who you were before the fear, before the shame, before the doubt. The heart never forgets your essence, even when you do. Some people live their entire lives according to other people's expectations. They achieve all the checkboxes of success but feel hollow inside. That's what happens when you mute your heart in order to please the world. True fulfillment doesn't come from applause or approval, it comes from alignment. And alignment happens only when you are honest enough to ask, what is true for me? And brave enough to follow the answer, even if no one else understands it. Sometimes your heart will ask you to slow down when everyone else is rushing. Sometimes it will nudge you to speak up when silence seems easier. Sometimes it will guide you toward dreams that seem impossible or impractical. But if you follow that quiet, persistent voice, you will discover strength you didn't know you had and joy you didn't know you were missing. The heart is not negative. It has seen your pain and still chooses hope. It has witnessed your failures and still chooses possibility. It knows your story and still believes in your worth. That is why its voice is so powerful, and why the world tries so hard to drown it. There is a powerful truth that too many people forget while trying to survive life's storms. You are not your pain, your past, or your circumstances. You are more than what happened to you. Life, at times, can be brutally unfair. Some wounds go deeper than others, and some experiences break us in ways that words fail to describe. But even in the face of loss, betrayal, failure, or trauma, your identity is not defined by the things that happen to you, it's defined by how you rise from them. Every person carries stories they don't speak about. Behind every smile, there is a struggle. Behind every quiet moment, there may be a battle being fought. The world sees the surface, but you know the layers underneath, moments that brought you to your knees, moments that made you question your worth, and moments that made you feel invisible or forgotten. But within all that pain lies the undeniable truth that you have survived. And survival is not weakness. Survival is strength in its rawest, most honest form. You may have been broken, but brokenness is not the end. Sometimes, it is the beginning of becoming something deeper. When something cracks open, light can enter. When something shatters, the pieces can be put back together in a new way, more real, more beautiful, and more resilient than before. The events of your past may have shaped you, but they do not own you. You have the power to rewrite the meaning of your story. People will try to put labels on you based on your past: victim, failure, damage, different. But you are not a label. You are a living, breathing testament to what it means to endure, to fight, to heal, and to grow. The things you've been through don't make you less, they give you depth. They give you perspective, empathy, and the ability to connect with others in ways that shallow perfection never could. Sometimes the greatest challenge isn't what happened, it's how we talk to ourselves afterward. The inner critic, shaped by painful experiences, whispers lies: you're not good enough. You'll never get past this. This is who you are now. But those are echoes of the past, not the truth of your soul. You are not the voice of your pain, you are the one listening to it, learning from it, and transforming through it. You have permission to feel hurt. You have permission to grieve, to fall apart, to be angry, and to be human. Healing is not linear, and growth often looks like going backwards before moving forward. But even in those messy, uncertain seasons, your worth does not decrease. What happened to you may have delayed your path, but it cannot erase your purpose. Sometimes the world teaches us to hide our wounds, to act like everything is fine, to smile when we want to scream, to suppress our stories because they might make others uncomfortable. But the truth is, your story matters, not despite what you've been through, but because of it. Every scar carries a story of survival. Every setback carries a lesson. Every heartbreak carries a chance to rebuild. You don't have to be defined by a diagnosis, a divorce, a disability, or a disappointment. You are not a product of tragedy, you are a force of transformation. You have every right to take your pain and turn it into purpose.